Okay, sorry about that. Holy moly. So ended up like going live and then went to switch over and the I've got CADGuard now. That way I can check out Susan here as well. So in case anybody missed that link, here is Yetters and me both. Let me do this. Boom. So that way anybody who wants to watch both of us, definitely check that out. Looks like we've got some Pokemon going on. And I do believe it's going to end up being more of a fan-based game than an actual, like, here it is type game. And so here we go. I'm going to get my chair out of the way some, apparently. I feel like I'm like lit up a little bit tonight. I don't know what's going on with my green screen. I have to check the quality. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages. So Smackdown Live, the fallout of PayBack, kicking off the number 5, the 5th show of the 5th episode. Wow, I'm good with the words. Here, we're just going to get into the wrestling. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start the show. Jinder Mahal somehow, some way, survived PayBack with the WWE Championship. How? I'm not really sure. And so tonight, the men who are fighting the hardest to become the next #1 contender. Pretty stacked lineup, if you ask me. What is up, Nyx? I do like that emote. It actually works as a wonderful hello. And so this is also a brand new match that I made, which isn't all that surprising. You know, it's not anything like crazy. It's just a they don't start out with any finishers or anything like that. It is submission and pinfall elimination. And so on a root beer. Ooh. And so I am going to stick with Braun Strowman just because Strowman needs how we say Strowman needs the help. Strowman's had a rough go. He needs that because if he can get to the #1 contendership, he will win the title back. I have much faith. And I am unwinding with some wrestling after a very long day of work. I saw somebody streaming wrestling on the main page. They were streaming this game for 3,000 viewers this morning on the main page of Twitch. He had just gotten back from WrestleMania. He saw this man, this entrance live. And
we saw that entrance live.
But he saw it like in person. Oh wait, we did too.
Oh my god.
We did too, just the month prior.
I'm done.
Can you grab me another water?
Not after that shit. You're already forgetting that you went places, especially something as awesome as wrestling. Come on now.
Aren't you also basically just brand new?
Who?
Nyx. She was training somebody to close.
Here. I think they did that.
Yeah, see if it can get colder. Yeah, it does happen. By the way, I just want to note these guys were not chosen at random. What I did is I actually let the game choose who was in this number one contenders match. And so the way that I did that is I went through the list because it'll be like, I want to challenge for this title, I want to challenge for that title type of deal. And so most of these guys next to their names said, I want to capture the WWE Championship at any cost. The additions, because basically it wasn't an even number, so I didn't have a match. So the additions, the liberties that I took was I did add Batista, Daniel Bryan, and The Undertaker. I'm glad the new gal did well. That's always a good sign when the new folk can carry it for you. Oh, I zoned out, let a little more of Orton's entrance go than I planned on. I'm kind of giving everybody about 30 seconds. Mostly because there's 8 of them. I feel like it gives it a nice nostalgic feel of No Mercy. Back when everyone got like 30-second entrances, they just kind of made their way down to the ring that quickly. Well, The Rock kind of just jumps around. That's what The Rock does. Just stands there and jumps around. That's a rough go. Definitely a rough go.
This is a different one, but
That one's older. It says early 2015, but that's like base model. How much do they want? Oh no, I don't want an Air. MacBook Pro or bust. Oh well, I mean, if you want to waste your money.
I was just saying, he said that this was for me. I was looking at the Pro myself.
Then who are you looking at it for? You want an Air for $650?
No.
I didn't think so. Not when it's that basic. Oh yeah, it's always fun when the health department shows up. It's almost like getting pulled over by the cops, even if you. Oh, I know. She changed her tune on me. Well, no, she had that. It's that she also has to have a hand sink back there. They changed it the year after they built the building. No one's bothered to tell her.
None of the other health inspectors. That's the funny part.
I know, because it's always. I've looked at the old files. Well, no, and then Nick's is. Where were you working today? Where you got visited by the health inspector?
Oh yeah, she has 2 jobs too.
Yeah. There we go. Orton now in deep trouble. 1 power slam. Oh my gosh, ragdolling. Wait, what am I doing here? Oh, a jackknife powerbomb from Braun Strowman. That was intense. I hope everything went well for you, Nix, because I know here Orton firing back. Orton was definitely getting the better of me, and I turned the table around there. Daniel Bryan really working over the Undertaker. I'm glad you guys did a very nice job. Oh, and a massive... Orton is feeling it right now. As Daniel Bryan with the yes kicks on the dead man. Oh no, I'd have to look. I think Daniel Bryan going for the ride. Oh no. The dead man. What? The Rock stopping Braun Strowman. And Orton went for a ride. And Randy Orton has been eliminated. Braun Strowman. Now just manhandling Daniel Bryan. I do believe we've got a glorious DDT in motion, and The Rock. Look at Strowman picking the bones. And The Rock says no. The Rock kicks out as The Undertaker has been placed into the yes lock and taps out to Daniel Bryan. He is trying. I think he's gotten it to work now. It's a fan-made Pokemon game where things get real quick. Whoa! Whoa! Crap!
What'd you do?
You asked me a question. I looked over at his screen to see where he was at. I got put in the yes lock and tapped out.
Bullshit. Sorry. I didn't mean it.
Literally 2 seconds.
I didn't mean it.
All I had to do was hit any button, but I wasn't even paying attention.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're ruining Braun Strowman!
He's not gonna die. He's not gonna fail. It's Braun Strowman.
He's already failing. He's losing to everybody. The only thing that makes it semi-okay is that Daniel Bryan just tapped out Braun Strowman and The Undertaker.
Well, that just means Daniel Bryan is the better. All that means.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Even I don't know.
Now he's kicking the hell out of Eddie Guerrero. Batista tried to pick the bones and get The Rock. Eddie kicks out as well. I think Batista, though... Oh, I didn't realize Bobby Roode was also eliminated. Batista just Batista bombed The Rock. Yeah, 2 eliminations happened that I didn't even notice, and one of them was me! I didn't even notice that I was eliminated! Yeah, Bobby Roode got pinned. I don't know who pinned him, but somebody pinned him. The Rock kicked out of the Batista bomb. Eddie Guerrero, massive frog splash onto Daniel Bryan. There's still 3 people.
I heard the bell.
Yes, every time there's an elimination, there's the bell.
I only heard the bell one time.
So Bobby Roode was eliminated. He was the one that you couldn't tell. I'm not sure who got the pin though. I do know that the current... Oh wait, Rock off a spinebuster. I think that Eddie actually kind of broke that up. And The Rock, once none of it, dropped Eddie on his face. Eddie still has the wherewithal to kick out. So the next #1 contender for Jinder Mahal's title is either going to be The Rock, Eddie Guerrero, or Batista. Next week is going to be insane. And now Batista with the spine buster of his own. The Rock and Batista have a rocket in their pocket. Each man loaded down with a finisher. The Rock trying to feed off of the crowd. Goes for the rock bottom. Gets reversed by Batista. Batista with a Samoan drop of his own. The Rock and Batista, their tandems there were just insane. What did Eddie just do? I missed. Oh my God. He just basically... I think Batista took himself out, if anything. And now Eddie's fired up. Yeah, Batista just... Literally, he drained himself, planting the Rock with a sidewalk slam. And then Eddie just kind of twerked Batista's knee and pinned him. Eddie went for something. The Rock blocked it. Hit a DDT. What the hell? And The Rock falls on Eddie Guerrero. This is not looking good. Honestly, the person it does not look good for right now is Jinder Mahal. All three of those men, before Batista was eliminated, former WWE and World Champions. Right now, The Rock at full advantage. Setting up, it looks like, for the rock bottom. And it connects. Is that going to be enough to put away Guerrero? No! What? Eddie just kicked out of the rock bottom. Eddie plants the rock. And now Latino Heat play into the crowd. What is it going to take? Oh, it can't end like that. Uh-oh. And The Rock in perfect position. Guerrero is feeling it. Uh-oh, what? Here we go. Three Amigos time. Eddie doesn't even feel froggy, just goes straight into the cover. And off the Three Amigos, Eddie Guerrero is the new #1 contender. I still cannot believe Eddie survived. And the onslaught that Eddie survived to become the new #1 contender. Oh. He did. That was... Oh my gosh. We're going to see if this can even be a squash match. I want to see if Mahal can run through Grand Metalik, who's also Eddie's tag partner. So it's interesting and fitting, as one half of Los Baracas is now the new #1 contender. Eddie wanted it. Eddie earned it. I cannot not believe where's his championship? Okay, so it's just glitching right now. Got it. I was like, where's... I was like, where's his WWE Championship? And it just glitched out, so it's fine. And don't get me wrong, I think Grand Metalik is going to go places, at least in my universe. He doesn't get used a lot in the real world. But he's a wonderful athlete. I don't think Mahal is going to get to just run through him per se. And on the outside, Akeem and Razor. Oh, that'll work. You know, because this kind of went from a match that Jinder was going to have just because Eddie was in the tournament to now I feel like he's wanting to send a message to Eddie Guerrero. Here we go. Oh, that was such a hard knee. And the Colossus. With authority. And even after the Colossus, Mahal still puts his feet up on the rope. Just as a, hey, thanks for coming. Amazed the ref didn't even remotely see it. I felt the ref was in great position to call it off. And Mahal so proud of himself as the authors of pain stand beside him. I honestly think now, in his second run as the WWE Champion, I feel like he now, with the authors of pain at his side, he feels unstoppable. And so this match kind of came about as the Gate Crashers have not had the best of luck here in the WWE as of late. And so they kind of said it hasn't been them, it's been everyone else, that they are the top, the cream of the crop. And the thing is, The Tribe went over the Gate Crashers on the third show. I don't have the first one here, as that's on my other one. But they lost on the third episode of Smackdown to the Tribe. And they lost last week to Los Baracas. And so, you know, they're looking for some redemption. But in doing so, they're facing off against a newly acquired tag team from NXT. And so the Gate Crashers, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, are going to take on DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. Newly acquired tag team from NXT, looking to make their debut and a nice impact. The Smackdown graphic looks like it should be on Raw. And so here we go. Johnny Wrestling himself starting off against Kevin Owens. And Owens kind of just showcasing some using his weight advantage, kind of tossing Gargano around the ring. And Owens just choking Gargano in front of his own partner. And a 3D from Owens and Zayn. And now Zayn in the ring. Gargano getting fired up. Did not go the way I think anybody thought it would. As Johnny Wrestling as Zayn tried oh my goodness, there we go. Gargano trying to get the cover on Zayn. Ooh, I do like that. Maybe I'll try and do some custom ones sometime. Zayn determined to stay out of the corner. Gargano determined to get him in. And now Zayn not where he wants to be. Oh! And Kevin Owens just kind of got his partner killed. And Zayn kicks out! What? What is with this tonight? I mean, Sammy had his head just squished between a super kick and a high knee. I mean, I'm not even sure he knows where he's at. As another hard shot. Oh. And Zayn now rolls to the outside as he managed to get the tag to Owens. I really thought this match was over a second ago. I am in awe. Ciampa is one of the most dangerous men in the ring. Great ring presence, managed to get out of the submission hold. Sami Zayn reversing it. Ciampa is not where he wants to be right now. Oh no. Uh-oh. And the bridge. He's going to yank the arm. And Owens manages barely. Oh. Ciampa almost ripped Owens' arm clean out of socket. And now here we go. Looking again. This time the men are in their proper positions. And yet again, that time Owens okay, what is his... Wait, that's his finisher. Where did Ciampa go? Where's Ciampa? Gargano's all alone. And now in comes Zayn. And I don't think this time... I don't think that time it's gonna... Oh! Never mind, it's not going the way we want it. That is not how things were supposed to be. Yeah, right now this is definitely a lot closer of a matchup than I even anticipated. And I think a lot of it comes down to a couple of just miscommunications there. Oh! What? I went to pin Zayn. He said no. And then he dropped me like a bad habit. Well, I'm so happy. Oh no. Look out, world. I cannot believe how close this match is. And now I don't think that that Zayn's going to be able to make it. Zayn holding on for dear life. How is he not tapping out? This is amazing. Zayn somehow staying in this. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. And Ciampa eats the big one. And a swanton bomb. Oh my gosh. And Ciampa floats over Zayn. I don't think that's what was supposed to happen there, but Ciampa seems ready. Kevin Owens is down. Johnny Gargano is down. The referee backing Ciampa off. Blue Thunder Bomb. Look at this. The ref got in the way. Caused the opening. Oh my gosh. And now Owens assaults Gargano. That's one way to skin the cat. is Owens. Owens is out on the apron. I think Owens just kind of gave up. I can't believe the amount of shots the Gate Crashers took to the head. Definitely not a slouch of a match. DIY victorious in their main roster debut. I cannot say that the Gate Crashers didn't give them a run for their money. I'd say both of these teams were pushed to their limit. Oh, the insanity. Now, one of the more interesting matchups of the night. AJ Styles chose not to claim his rematch. Instead, Finn Balor is going to be taking on Chris Jericho for the United States Championship in the place of AJ Styles. So Balor Club is kind of giving up. They're giving a little bit of rotation here. And so tonight we actually get to witness a champion versus champion matchup as the Cruiserweight Champion of 205 Live. Finn Balor faces off against the newly christened United States Champion Chris Jericho. And of course, the United States Championship will be on the line. Balor will have the opportunity to become a dual champion. Finn Balor, of course, former NXT champion, former Universal champion. And the current Cruiserweight champion. It's going to be interesting to see I mean, honestly, I know he's the top of the Cruiserweight division for the simple fact that nobody's really going to be able to get that title away from him. Both of these men, phenomenal wrestlers. Jericho, former, you name it, he's done it in the WWE. Former first ever undisputed champion, multi-time WWE world champion. United States has held the Intercontinental Championship the most times. Tag team titles galore with multiple tag partners. It doesn't get more decorated than this man. And so here we go. Balor versus Jericho. Dream match extraordinaire. Balor wasted no time. And Jericho with a quick backbreaker. Mr. Ziggles. I need to get Mr. Ziggles on the card somewhere. Oh, nice float over. Jericho is in a bad way. And a double gut buster. And floats over again. And a sling blade. Jericho better watch out. Uh-oh. Jericho already woozy off his feet. Usually this is met with the coup de grace, and Jericho wisely rolling out of the way. This match was almost over. And now Jericho firing back. So we thought. I mean, I've got to give it to Jericho. It looked like, oh, what a nice Hurricane Rana into the roll-up. Jericho on the ground. Balor thought he was going to go for the coup de grace, instead just for an elbow drop. And out of nowhere, a code breaker onto Balor. And at the last second, 2.5. And now Jericho firmly in control. Balor trying to collect himself on the outside. Jericho sends him sailing. And Jericho planted the hard way. What does Balor have in mind? Balor seems to have thought better of whatever he was going to do. And Jericho, again, Balor rolling out of the way. And a stiff drop kick. Uh-oh. Balor in trouble. Uh-oh. And now Jericho in trouble. It looks like we're going to see, yes, the 16-19 from Balor. Jericho up and down. And now Balor going to the top turnbuckle. This can only mean one thing. Oh, and the coup de grace connects. Into the cover. Balor took a little time there, and it didn't even matter. And Balor Club claims its gold once again on SmackDown as Finn Balor becomes the new United States Champion. This show so far has been fire indeed, as we do have a new #1 contender for the WWE Championship in Eddie Guerrero, a new United States Champion. And now, ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown Women's Championship is going to be decided. Finally, after all of the title changes, after all of the defenses, tonight marks the final night the title is going to be defended on SmackDown until the next pay-per-view. One of these 4 women will walk into the next pay-per-view as the women's champion. The rest are going to have to fight for their spot at the #1 contentionship. I'm actually going to go ahead and I am rooting for Nikki Cross, but I want to go with the last kicker. Of course, the 2 former women's champions, Natalya and Naomi, along with the most recent #1 contender in Nikki Cross. This match, however, will also be a new match that's debuting tonight for our universe, as this Fatal 4-Way match is a last person standing match, aka every single person in this match has to be eliminated. It is false count anywhere. Eliminations can happen anywhere. But the first pinfall will not determine the winner. So everyone is equally able to win this match, as it does follow elimination rules. The first hour of SmackDown so far has been amazing. And so now the real question's gonna be, which of these 4 women walk out of SmackDown Live as the women's champion, and who is going to be stepping up to challenge her? And so here we go. Fatal 4-Way elimination rules apply. Again, countouts can happen, pinfalls and submissions can happen anywhere. First there, it looked like Naomi was going to waste a little time, and instead it's Nikki Cross and Natalya first to venture out of the ring. That's one of the interesting things about this. There can be a winner of this match, and every elimination could happen outside The nice thing about this, there is no champion advantage. As Natalya eats a baseball bat. And understandably rolls out of the ring. And the reason there's no champion's advantage is disqualification was on? We're going to have... This is unbelievable. I just beamed Natalya in the face and nothing happens. This is the second match tonight that I have screwed somebody. Becky Lynch and Braun Strowman are coming for me, bro. So we are going to have a new women's champion. And it's either going to be Nikki Cross, Naomi, or Natalya. I cannot. I guess he just didn't see the first swing of the bat because he was outside the ring with Nikki Cross. But I mean, clearly he was heading towards the ring on the second swing. I cannot believe what I just done. Oh. Though I just proved that there's no championship advantage, the title is going to change on a disqualification. As the champion got eliminated. She was disqualified. She lost her title by DQ. I mean, you're right. We're literally 2 days out. We're 2 days out of a pay-per-view where both titles changed hands. Because at the wow, Naomi. Talk about dropping Natalya. Natalya wisely, veteran move there, rolling out of the ring. But AJ Styles just lost the United States Championship at, I do believe it was PayBack 2 nights ago. At least in the universe. I mean, it's been a minute since I've been able to do wrestling. But, so literally, Jericho had a 2-day reign as United States 48 hours. Becky Lynch won the Women's Championship in a 6-woman ladder match. And she just lost the title by disqualification 48 hours later. Naomi, the former women's champion, took the title from Natalya. And it's either going to be Naomi or Nikki Cross, as Naomi just rolled Natalya up. And Naomi has Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross might tap here. And Nikki Cross tapped. Naomi's the new women's champion. She just lost this title less than 48 hours ago. And now here she stands once again, the women's champion. I feel terrible for Becky. But here we go. Another tag division matchup. As the Tribe has, slowly been building momentum. The Rock and Roll Express came in on fire, won the tag titles out the gate, decided they didn't want to be here anymore, relinquished and ended up dropping the tag titles to Edge and Christian at a house show without my say-so. I didn't even know. Then lost. Then they're like, oh, hey, by the way, we're coming back. Gave them an opportunity at the tag titles last week on Smackdown against Edge and Christian, and they lost. Now they're trying to steal the momentum of the Tribe. So does the Tribe continue on, heading towards Tag Team Gold? Or are the Rock and Roll Express going to kind of knock them off and start heading back their direction? I cannot believe they don't have an actual entrance. I need to fix that. I am so sorry. At least they can have one of their entrance musics. Come on now. And here comes the Rock and Roll Express versus the Tribe. The problem is I have literally 20 plus tag teams. I spent hours doing all of them, and I thought that I got all of them, but I've noticed that a couple of them apparently slipped through the cracks at different times. But Ultimate Warrior and Robert Gibson are starting off this match. You want to talk about a true power and paint matchup here. Apparently, though, Ultimate Warrior is kind of sleeping. Oh, that's a hard cross body, old school style from Robert Gibson. But here we go, Ultimate Warrior off the ropes. Look at that, just completely no-selling that. And here we go. Gibson managing to reverse that onslaught from Warrior, as Warrior was just about to tear this guy apart. Unbelievable. I mean, this is an old school style feel. All of these men legends. Morton went for that slow elbow drop. Very deliberate. I mean, oh! Warrior definitely used some size there. Here we go. Makes the tag to Tatanka. And a big boot to match. And Tatanka taking no prisoners. I mean, in their primes, Rock and Roll Express, one of the top tier tag teams in the land. Tatanka went undefeated for the longest time. Ultimate Warrior was a celebrated world champion, celebrated intercontinental champion. And here we go. The power of Tatanka. The big mesh up here is the Ultimate Warrior and Tatanka, just back in their prime from Fantasy Warfare, deciding that giving tag team wrestling a try. So they are a newer tag team in the scene, whereas the Rock and Roll Express has always tagged. And here we go, Gibson launching Tatanka. Look at this. The crafty veterans of the tag team division, the Rock and Roll Express. Tatanka, however, going up top. And oh! Oh! And that, I think that would have done it. I truly think it would have been over right there. But Gibson was saved by Morton, who ended up paying in the end. And a running bulldog plants Tatanka. And that old school swinging neck breaker. I'm not sure if Warrior actually broke that up in time. Oh! And Gibson, that flying maneuver. Nice head scissors. Tatanka is in a bad way. I'm not sure that Tatanka is even fully aware of where he is right now. The Ultimate Warrior is back on the ring apron. Tatanka manages to get the reversal, gets the tag. In comes Ultimate Warrior. Gibson better watch out. Oh! Though Gibson with an atomic drop, slowing the pace of Warrior. I don't care who you are. Nobody enjoys getting hit in the giblets, okay? Like, that is... it's never okay. And Warrior says just as much. As Gibson tried to make the tag, Warrior drops Morton. Drops Gibson, but Gibson reverses. Warrior was going to go for the splash. Now a stalling suplex from Gibson to Warrior. This is much more of an old school match than I originally thought it was going to be. As Warrior just got taken out with a drop kick. Uh-oh. Here we go. Warrior was going to set up and into a German. Gibson once again. Rap Torch's nickname. It's a... Oh man, what? Devin, what would you name that thing? That like rat kangaroo combination. I said the name Hopper.
I mean, it is literally hopping around, so, yeah. It's quite obvious. Not very creative, though, but, yeah.
Well, I think it's the same color of the dish logo.
Oh my God.
And so I said,
done.
I'm a terrible human being, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Maybe a little.
It's not looking good for the Rock and Roll Express right now. Okay, maybe it's looking a little bit better than I thought. They're determined. Oh, and the splash. Warrior on top of Morton. And the 3 count. The Tribe victorious. I mean, the Rock and Roll Express hit almost all the tricks. I'm kind of impressed that they didn't. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening. The dream match come true. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. The winner of this match is going to the next pay-per-view to face off for the WWE Championship. Next week, we're going to find out who the champion is going to be. As next week, Eddie Guerrero is going to face off. He named it Hopper. That's awesome. Susan named that rat kangaroo Hopper. I like it. Anyway, so here we go. AJ Styles or Shinsuke Nakamura will be going to the next SmackDown pay-per-view to face off for the WWE Championship, which will be held by either Jinder Mahal or Eddie Guerrero, which is going to be determined next week on SmackDown Live. Yeah, Shinsuke's entrance is very, very hard. Oh, and Shinsuke wasted little time. And it looks like we're getting some chain wrestling. And I haven't done any chain wrestling in the universe mode. So it's like, hey, by the way, this is how you do it. That's just funny. Here we go, man. AJ Styles just hammering away at Shinsuke Nakamura. And Shinsuke with a hard-hitting kick. And Styles going up top. What's Styles looking for up there? Oh, he looked and hit the frog splash. And Nakamura just took that kick to the back and immediately... Oh, look at this. Roll through. And Styles with the calf crusher. Look at these two men go. And Nakamura wasting little time here. Oh no, the exploder suplex. We all know what's coming next. Apparently a cover. I was thinking more along the lines of what Shinsuke's looking for now. Oh, that